So we're going out here. Just got off of work. What's up, guys? So I'm going to be talking about some stuff. I just got off of work. It's mostly just gonna be y'all cruising with me. I'm gonna tell you, what got me in the cars and whatnot and all that fun stuff. So yeah. So originally, I think I've always really been a car enthusiast. I think I just scraped right there. But I've always really been a car enthusiast. But I don't think I really got, as a kid I played the games, watched the movies. I was influenced by a lot of stuff, that had to do with, automotive. But I think a big, like canon event, when I actually became like that wannabe, one of my favorite hobbies was actually me getting my first car. So honestly, my first car was not really an enthusiast car, just like most people's, unless they really got it out the mud like that. Unless they really got it like that, or that's what they wanted. I was prioritizing whatever's cheap and reliable. Alright. My car was neither. So my first car, I went to a shady used car lot that doesn't check credit. Sorry, I'm sure this one's probably pretty loud. That doesn't check credit, and put down $500, got some crappy 2003 Accord. And yeah, it had a bunch of issues. Motor mounts were cooked, had no airbags. It was really bad. But I constantly had to fix it. Most people, when they fix their car, they end up, having to fix their car after not having it very long. They end up hating the car, stuff like that. I stuck it through. 2 weeks after I got it, got the little oil leak, which I should have fixed, but I never ended up fixing, and it became, a worse leak, to the point where I had to put oil in it every 3 days, or there would be literal no oil in it. Yeah. But yeah, eventually I got tired of, dealing with it, and ran out oil for a few months, blew a cylinder, and then junked it initially, without even paying it off too. But since they're not even, the place I got it from wasn't even a real legit, lot, it was just some scammers and crappy stuff like that I didn't even go on my credit, which was good, at least. Yeah. So car constantly broke down. I was wrenching on it. I thought about, actually building it, but then I just realized, well, it has a massive oil leak in the rear main seal that I don't want to pay for, and I don't want to do the labor, because then I'll have to pull the motor from the trans and all that stuff, and I really just did not want to deal with it. So, and my car currently have now my 6-speed Acura TSX 2004. This car is worth building a lot more than that one would be, just because it's manual, so it's fun, and it's a better chassis, looks better. It feels good. Driving experience is nice on this car. Yeah. So what are my plans for the TSX? I definitely want to go full bolt-on. I currently have a Honda tuned. I have an '08 ECU, so I got it Honda tuned, and I have a 91 octane fuel mapping. I might wanna, you know, I'm definitely, after I go full bolt-on, I'm definitely gonna go E85 with a flex fuel kit. But sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. I just got off of work. I'm a little tired. But I'm definitely going to go E85 with a flex fuel kit, because E85 isn't very common in my area. You know, I don't live in a real big major city. And actually, 93 actually isn't common at all here. That's why I tuned on a 91 instead of 93. I'm sure I would have made a little bit more power if I did go to 93 instead of 91. But it's really not worth it to E85, because that's when the real, you know, power game comes when you hop on it. But yeah, so I definitely do want to go full bolt-on. First thing I'm probably gonna get is an upgraded, you know, intake manifold. I already have a 70mm throttle body. I might swap it for a more compatible one with, you know, the upgraded one. And I saw a kit and it looks pretty nice. I definitely want to go headers. I originally thought about doing Skunk 2 headers, but Skunk 2s, they're pretty loud. I mean, they make good power. They're just they're a little pricey, and they're kind of hard to find. Nice, clean EF Civic. Wish I could show y'all that, but it's a slammed Civic EF. It's dark blue. Yeah. Definitely want to go full bolt-on. This is my daily. If I had a daily, I would definitely probably boost it. I would do some fuel stuff, like upgraded fuel pump, bigger injectors, yada yada, all that fun stuff, to make sure that, you know, the car can handle being boosted. But this K24 A2s handle a lot of power without being boosted. So with some fuel mods, I could probably just straight up boost it without any issue at all. But since this is my daily and technically, I guess, my project car as well, I'm not gonna boost it until I do get another daily. Nice downshift. Really clean downshift. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna start making videos on how to drive manual a bit better for people that you know, are still learning. Because I started learning how to drive manual like 3 or 4 months ago, and I think I could do pretty well. I stall sometimes on the occasion, but you know, who doesn't? Everyone stalls sometimes, unless you've been driving like, you know, all of your life, a good amount of time. But my shifts are pretty smooth. So. But yeah, I definitely want to go, you know, in the time. I want to go full bolt-on everything. You know, fuel, upgraded throttle bodies, everything. I'm definitely gonna get it retuned too as well. I just ended up throwing it in neutral because this is such a short, you know, turn. I didn't want to go through downshift in all the gears. So I'm slowly doing that. There's a corner. I'm about to push it since I'm taking the corner. This TSX handles like it's on rails. God. But yeah, I made it home, so I'm probably gonna end the video soon. I got home a lot quicker than I was expecting. I wasn't initially trying to, you know, push her, but I guess I'm just I pushed my car a bit naturally. But yeah. It's fun. I need to get me a cat back. Really, I want to get me a cat back. I don't know what to go through. Maybe Skunk 2 Mega Power. They're all pretty pricey right now. I got to raise, So I got a little extra money to work with, but I also moved into a new apartment complex. So the money I did get from the raise, if I would have stayed, would have been a lot bigger gap than what it is now. Don't stall, don't stall. Sometimes when I do stall, when I, back in, because my wheels cut and I take forever because I make sure I'm not parked like a dickhead. But, yeah. So this is going to be the end. I'm going to go ahead and go inside, get something to eat. Oh, see my girlfriend, then head to the gym. So I might do a driving video about that. But yeah, thanks for tapping in. I appreciate it. Thanks for all the support.